Erwin Skeeter Hagler was born and raised in Fort Worth, Texas. He graduated from Eastern Hills High School on Fort Worth's east side in 1965 and got his first taste of photography while in high school. Skeeter spent lots of time taking photos in the stockyards area. This was before it was the visitor destination that it is today. Back then, the stockyards had seen better days, but Skeeter saw a photography gold mine. Skeeter attended the University of Texas in Austin and graduated in 1971 with a bachelor's degree in architecture. While at UT, he worked for the campus newspaper, the Daily Texan. This job allowed him to roam the campus taking photos, and he could attend most of the university's sporting events, which served as a great learning experience. Found he had a good eye and a passion for photography. When it was time to leave UT, Skeeter went out looking for a job in photography, not architecture. On a whim, while driving back to Austin, Skeeter took a detour in Waco, went to the Waco News Tribune, talked to the editor, showed him his slim portfolio, and was hired on the spot. Not only was it his first paying photography job, but it was also another excellent learning experience. Skeeter worked in Waco for a year and returned home to work for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, where he took home the National Press Photographer of the Year award in 1972 and 1974. After 2 years, he was hired by the Dallas Times-Herald, where he worked until 1988. This job allowed him to travel the world on assignments. One of the many photo essays Skeeter did for the Dallas Times-Herald's Sunday magazine was on the modern-day Texas cowboy. He was lucky enough to spend time at the JA, Pitchfork, and 4-6 ranches. He lived with and connected to some of the cowboys and became lifelong friends with many of them and their families. Skeeter won the Pulitzer Prize for photography for his photo essay on the Texas Cowboys. The Pulitzer Prize is regarded as the highest national honor in print journalism. Since then, he has done speaking engagements and exhibits throughout the United States and around the world, sharing his works and experiences living and photographing the lives of working cowboys. He never claimed to be an expert on cowboys, but the perspective he brought through his photos is as close as some will ever get. No photographer in our time has captured the harshness and beauty of the cowboy life as truthfully as Skeeter Hagler. The simple truth of these photos needs no translation for viewers in museums, galleries, and exhibits throughout the world. In touching these minds and hearts, they have become classics of the photographic art. His 2003 book, Born to This Land, features Hagler's photos and the acclaimed poetry of Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame honoree Red Steagall. Born to This Land examines the traditions passed from generation to generation while exploring the impact of cowboying on those who choose it as a way of life. Steagall and Hagler prove unequivocally that verse and image are kindred spirits. He had won the Will Rogers Medallion for Outstanding Achievement in the publishing of cowboy poetry in 2004. Hagler has spent more than a decade documenting stories at DFW area hospitals. Skeeter has been honored with awards from the National Association of Children's Hospitals and related institutions, and he received the Dallas-Fort Worth Hospital Council's Distinguished Media Award for his work. Skeeter said after receiving the Hospital Council's Distinguished Media Award, "I probably have two great loves in my life, photography and kids, and doing work for children's hospitals allows me to combine both of those." For the past 2 decades, he has lived and worked at Blisswood Bed and Breakfast and Ranch in Cat Spring, Texas, a working cattle and guest ranch. For documenting and sharing the impactful images of Texas and Texas cowboys through his photography, we welcome Skeeter Hagler into the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame.